And it's funny, one of my great Zumba teachers, when I first started, and I was like trying to get people in the class, and she had this fantastic business locally. She had, all the classes were packed out. I mean, huge. It was great. And really good friend of Hannah's. And I said to her, how did you get started? How did you build this business? And she said, oh, right, this is what we did is I took the local map and I drew a 1 mile, circumference, and me and my friend and my sister, we walked down every single street and we put a leaflet through every single door within that like 1 mile radius around the class. And I was like, wow, that, and I never did that. But I always thought in my head, like, you see this packed out business and you think it just, it's really easy to think it just happens.
Mhm.
And I just thought that was so brilliant that she just said, right, we're going to go door to door and we're going to put a leaflet through every single, and you think, I didn't have the guts to do that because I would feel like a loser if I was doing that, like I would judge myself for doing that. But I know that that's the work that I don't judge her. I think that was brilliant, but I couldn't do that myself.
It's very interesting to hear you say that you'd feel like a loser with a leaflet. But
Mm.
uh, but for me, I wouldn't feel like a loser because I know how to put a leaflet together. So for me, because it's a visual thing, I'll be like, okay, just under the door or something. But to write a I'm just maybe having an insight that I have to do a course on writing content. Maybe that would help me get out of my shell and my insecurity to post anything about,
I, but the
I
other,
don't know.
don't forget that a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Mhm.
Do you really need that copywriting?
Right.
Or do you just post a picture and say, this is the bathroom I did, this is what I don't know what you designed, but this is something we just did. I'd love to talk to you if you need some help with your bath, with, oh, I'm imagining bathroom. I don't know why I'm saying bathroom.
No, you're right. I mean, I work with huge advertising campaigns, huge ones,
Mm.
and my portfolio is great. It's just literally selling myself.
I think, mm,
But yeah, it's true. I guess
you
maybe I need to learn about copyright as well because there are some campaigns that they are not approved, so I'm never sure what to post. But yeah, this is a great advice. Maybe I should check what I can post.
I think very often, like another thing that fear of success does is it focuses on what we don't have, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
often it's kind of like this thing of like, I need this and I don't have that. And so I can't do this until I've got that. But actually,
True.
what you have is more than, one of the things, like, because I help people
True.
writing and writing their books and stuff. And often when people give me the material that they have, it's too much. So the job is actually cut, the people give me stuff and they go, oh, la, 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 la. I want to do a book. And I look at it and I go, do you know what? You've got two books here, or a book and a half. So the job is actually to cut it down. But they come to me with the idea of like, I need so much more than this to make a first book. And you're like, no, you've already got too much. So what's it, the minimum viable product. You ever hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So, what's your minimum viable product for doing an Instagram post, for doing one LinkedIn post? And I think, Claudia, you said it. So often you get this thing and it's like, I need to post 3 times a week or 6 times a day or do this or do, whatever. And it needs to be a certain kind of thing, or it needs to be this, or it needs to be, and it's like, okay, whoa, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So can I plan one post? Can I just do one and see how it feels? And when I do the practical trainings, I talk about this as being like the dip method. Okay. So it's like you dip your toe in the water and you see how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
So just the smallest thing that you can do, and just see, how does it feel? Does it feel good? Do you feel more challenged? Is one step, one step at a time. Because you could plan out, you could create and you could plan out a year's posts, right? And then the day you start, you go, actually, no, I don't like this. I want to go a different way. But if you take one step and you go, oh, I need to correct, you can just do it for the next step and the next step.